Okay, that's fine.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, Agnieszka.
Hi. Wonderful. Thank you for agreeing to do this interview with me. So Laura is one of my clients who just completed a Mastermind. And yeah, Laura, if you could tell us a little bit, what was your love life before we started working together? What did it look like?
I didn't really have a love life or much going on in the way of relationships before we started working together. I dated a couple of guys sort of early 20s, mainly friends who we sort of fell into relationships with and then fell out of relationships with later. Yeah, and then felt like I was just too busy and put it off for like when I have time in the future, then I'll start dating and thinking about it.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. So was there like any kind of relationship for you, like a meaningful relationship before we started working?
No, I wouldn't really say so. Yeah, I thought a lot of times when I was in relationships, I was mainly sort of tolerating the people, which sounds a bit harsh because there were people I was friends with, but being like relationship close to them was too much, and I was always kind of like relieved when they left me alone.
Okay. So how did you experience it? Was it like too much as in, oh, it's too close?
Yeah.
Or... Okay.
Too much people intruding into my personal space. And then over the last, I don't know, 8 years or so, I've got used to like liking being alone and liking being independent and stuff. And sort of then I was kind of worried about if I let somebody into this, they're going to take over again, and I'm not going to be able to live my own life.
Wow.
So I think that was something that stopped me from,
Right.
quite solid.
Oh, I get it, because I often hear from people saying, okay, I like my independence, and what if someone kind of intrudes? It's almost like an intrusion into my life, right? So like, if we fast forward and because this is obviously where you were before, but what did you learn during the Mastermind about, your love life and what's happening?
I think one of the main things that I learned about the Mastermind is that I can still sort of be myself and have like the things that I want without having to compromise and to sort of change to suit other people, and that it is possible to have a life where I do the things I like doing, but also fit someone in, and also to find someone who shares similar interests and ambitions and stuff as me, so I don't have to feel like I either pick them or I pick me, if that makes sense. So I think speaking up for myself and that sort of stuff.
So it looks like we targeted a belief, which was that we discovered it like, okay, like letting someone in means that I'm losing something, right?
I think there's and I don't think it's just me, but I think there's like a general idea of relationships being like a kind of sacrifice, but it can be a good sacrifice, but it's like the idea that you do something for someone, they do something for you, you do something for, so it's a lot of like tit for tat kind of stuff going on. And I was always at the stage like, but do I want to do things? I mean, I obviously like I do like doing things for other people, but I don't want to like sacrifice, if that makes sense.
So the belief, in other words, would have been something like relationships are hard work or sacrifice. Yeah. Okay, so we picked up on those. That's perfect. Is there anything from the like Mastermind process and like what you've actually like the other discoveries that you would like to talk about? Or
I think just like overall, not just to do with relationships, but I think it's given me some strength for sort of communicating myself and my needs, and sort of making myself heard, and also sort of giving myself permission to do things that I like doing, and not just being like doing things for other people constantly.
Yes.
It's helped with work as well, to be honest.
Absolutely. So what's your situation like right now after the Mastermind?
I'm dating a rather nice Swedish guy called Magnus, and that's going well. We see each other a few times a week. I just enjoy it when he's around, and we do all sorts of things together. I dragged him out on a run yesterday, which he's quite kind of happy about. So he's pretty good. I mean, he always said, "Oh no, I won't be able to keep up." I was like, "No, it's fine." But we just like enjoy spending time together, and are going to go away over the summer.
Right. So would you say it's like a still dating, or more like we are getting into the zone of a relationship?
I would say we're somewhere into being in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how does it feel? Does it feel like it's hard work? Or?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't really at all. It's really nice having him around because if I have something that I need to do, he helps out, and then it's like, oh, we share things, or he's there to like talk to, or I just it's really nice to have, like, it's kind of like having a partner to help me with things. And, so that's really nice.
Wonderful. So do you know what? It's pretty incredible, because it seems to me like it's the first time you've created something like this in your life.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah. So it looks like sorry, go on.
And I was going to say, I think part of it is sort of like believing that it's possible to start with, because I think like he wasn't the first person I spoke to, and I could have just gone down the same route, like, oh, so and so wants to speak to me, okay, I'll speak to them, and like, okay, they want me to do this, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do that, and then I'll put myself out, and then you sort of end up like 3 months later going, well, you're all right, but where's my time going? So yeah, I think, and I was quite clear from the start of like what I'm looking for.
So that was one of the things.
He was as well, like that. Actually, he's a very honest person. So
yeah, that's brilliant. So did the mastermind actually help you with that? Like, communicating, this is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So what are you saying?
Because otherwise I would feel a bit like, sometimes you can ask for things, but then you're like, am I being a little bit demanding?
That's so common, isn't it? That's so common.
Yeah.
Is it too much? Am I too fussy? Am I too demanding?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's like more things that you probably and the others learned that we don't even actually notice, right? Like all the stages we've been through, right? Like that clarity, like, okay, that's it. That's what I want. And I understand from what you're saying that if you hadn't had that clarity, you might have ended up like putting on the old system of thoughts and not speaking up and not saying what you actually are looking for. And
it's very easy to get stuck in a routine.
Looping, yes. So do you know what? I'm so happy for your I've never actually seen you with someone before, so it's amazing.
No, and you probably wouldn't.
It's amazing. What would you say to someone who is kind of like hesitating? Should I do this work, or can I work it out by myself? And
I would definitely do it. I think it's very difficult by yourself to sort of change patterns of thinking, especially when you don't necessarily know that there is a problem. So I think my take was, I'll just look for someone who will suit me, but I would still have been like shifting myself to suit them, so they would never have known the real me anyway. So and then you're sort of like, it doesn't fit. So I know, like, Magnus and I, from the very start, we've sort of been very clear about what we're looking for and what we want and all of this sort of stuff. So yeah, I feel like I can just be myself, which is really good. But so if someone was thinking to do it, do it.
Yeah, definitely. Totally. And I like what you're saying, like, like, because I think that was your process as well, if that's okay to say that, like, you were very much like not showing yourself, right, as the real authentic you, and that was I felt like the biggest barrier for you, like like, this is me, this is what I want, right, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm feeling, right. And I think if people don't get to see that, they don't know, so they can't respond to that.
That's true. I think there's a lot of pressure on people to sort of fit into like certain standards, and I know there's all these like different rules that people have when they're dating, like, you can't do this after they've said this, or you have to present this side of yourself. It's like, oh, it's exhausting.
Exactly. Did you have to use any dating rules, Laura?
No. I kind of made it up. I mean, other than like the sensible ones, like meeting in public places for the first dates and like that sort of stuff.
Of course.
But no like behavioral rules.
No, because we were like covering standards, right? Like your standards, but we didn't have to learn any dating rules because we're covering standards, and it was I think, I don't know what you think, but I think it becomes organic.
They know if something fits or doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, wonderful. Laura, thank you so much for talking to us.
Nice. I'm
Lots of
glad to
love.
chat to you. I enjoyed it.
Bye-bye.
Right.